it's really not any lasting money that they're getting. They're getting, it's kind of like robbing a ice cream truck. They're trying to rob the devil, and they don't know that it's the devil. It's a funny movie, y'all. These 4 thugs from the inner city, they got this heist that they've come up with, and they're going to try to rob the devil. And long story short, Crazy K goes to jail. And while he's in jail, he comes across this psychiatrist. And she really is compassionate with him. She's trying to lead him back to him. And she gives him this opportunity to see himself, to face his victims that he has unalived for nothing. Surely he's done it in his mind for money and for notoriety. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, and he reflects back upon his life, and money is no longer a major issue for him, and he sees money for what it is as a total non-factor, he will realize the error in his ways. And this is her hope. So she puts him in this chamber kind of thing, where he is allowed the ability to see all of the deceased people that he has unalived and harmed along his way in life. He is brought back to face all of the people that he has wronged. And they're all coming before him, and they're pleading to him about what he's done to them. And he's in complete denial. He doesn't know how to process such a situation and facing his own actions. He's had a lifetime of deflection. But that's how life is for many people, y'all. Many people have had a lifetime of never facing themselves. Constant deflection, constant throwing it off on someone else. Never any type of internal dialogue, any type of internal accountability. And while he's facing his victims that he's victimized, he has this tantrum. He goes off and he's berating everyone and denying his role in it. Even little bitty children, he's unalived, and they've come forward. This little girl comes forward, and she couldn't be more than 6, and she's like, "What did I do to you? Why would you harm me and take me away from my family? Why would you do such a thing?" And he can't process it. So he says, "I want to get out of here." And the psychologist comes and says, "You're free to leave. You don't have to. No one has you bound to this chair." And he jumps up and he grabs an innocent person. He defaults back to what has always worked for him. He goes no further than that place that he has always found power and authority in. But that reckless place that is harmful, hurtful to innocent people. I thought of that because my conversation was going to be about it's all to see you. All of the things that God leads you to a certain point. I'm not speaking to the entirety of your life, because a lot of your life you're gaining experiences that you'll need to have to pull from. But after a certain threshold in your life, all of your experiences are there for you to see yourselves. I know they have been for me. I got to a certain threshold where experiences began to show themselves in my life, and I had to face myself. I could no longer pull from the arsenal of weaponry that had allowed me success in my past seasons. Surely they were there and I knew how to use them. But this had been a new season that I was brought into. And this new season required newness from me. It didn't require the old weaponry. It would be somewhat like using a musket in 2027, or 6 rather. Where do you find such a weaponry? To load it and to get it going, your enemy will overtake you. They've surpassed technology of the sort. You're dealing with outdated weaponry. And that's what a lot of people are dealing with in these new seasons that have come upon us. They're trying to hold on to old, outdated things. And God is showing you that all the things that you're trying to hold on to are outdated, friend. You need to adapt to a new level of being. That season in which you were in has come and gone. Crazy K would be unalived by his brethren, his gang of people. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. They would do him in. And yet the gang of people would need to learn their lesson as well. You see, Crazy K had the opportunity to learn his lesson and to come to terms with the mistakes that he made in his life. And in doing so, he had the opportunity to reinvent himself. The woman that came to Coach K, the woman that came to Crazy K while he was incarcerated, came to him as a luxury from God. She gave him a way out of his current being, his current state of being. She gave him an opportunity to right his wrongs, to acknowledge. A lot of times it's just in acknowledging your wrongs and then going about life with a new perspective, honoring the fact that you've acknowledged your wrongs and doing things to change that trajectory. A lot of times it's just that portion of things that solves a tremendous portion of your problem. But he couldn't do that. He wanted to hold on to it. And in him wanting to hold on to it, he went no further than it. He dishonored the luxury that God had bestowed upon him in the form of this woman coming forth to assist him. And in doing so, he condemned his own self to his own fate. He would go no further than that. And he would be unalived by his own brethren. Yet his brethren wouldn't learn the lesson. And this is what God put on my spirit. It's for everybody to learn the lesson, friend. It's not just the major players that are being viewed. It's everybody. It's the supporting players. It's the people in the bleachers. It's everybody that is privy. And these three brethren of Crazy K go back to the funeral home. They go to the funeral home because they hear that the money that Crazy K had is in the funeral home. They're driven by the same desires that caused them all to fall short. And they have not come to terms with what role the things that they desire have in life. What means more than what? Does money mean everything to you? Are there other aspects, especially within yourself, that mean more than money? Or does money dictate everything that goes on in your life? Does cash rule everything around you? Literally? And for these three, it would. They go and they want to rob the man that owned the funeral home. But little did they know that the man that they wanted to rob was the devil himself. They were looking to rob the devil, y'all. They had no regard for life.